Welcome back. Today I want to talk to you a little bit about how to obtain an immigration visa. It can be a really complex process, but it doesn't have to be, as long as you're prepared and willing to do some reading. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a step-by-step guide, which is going to be a general guide. Keep in mind that I'm not a legal assistant. I'm just giving you information based on what I've done in the past, and this is not an instruction to get any particular visa. So whether you're looking to move to a new country for work, study, or be reunited with your family, this video will help you a ton. As I've mentioned before, I'm not talking about any particular visa, so the first step is going to be determining which visa you actually need. There are lots of different visas out there, especially for the United States and for Canada, and each visa has its own requirement and eligibility criteria. Some of the most common visas are work visas, student visa, and family visa. And of course, there's humanitarian and other types of visas, but those are the most common ones. Once you've determined which type of visa you need, you will start gathering the required documents, which can include your passport, birth certificate, educational information like your degrees, your transcripts from school, even your medical information like your vaccination record, and proof and records of employment. And this will vary based on what type of visa you're looking to apply for. So once you figure out which visa you need and works the best for you, you'll have to look for the specific requirements of that particular visa and gather the right documents that way. Also, when you find the right visa for you, it will have its own application form. Some visas have the same application form, other visas will have its own form. So you will be able to find that usually online. If you don't want to use a legal assistant and you want to do something on your own, which is what I've done for myself in the past, you do have to do a lot of reading and research, and you have to figure out which particular application is needed for your type of visa. And usually this can be done online or even in person. I've done mine online, so this is, in my opinion, the easiest way. Usually you gather all the information, fill out the application, and submit everything over email. The instructions for each particular visa should also be included on the website, usually the website of the country to which you're trying to move to. Once the application has been submitted, the next logical step is for it to get reviewed. Most times it will include an interview, medical exams, background checks, and other things of that sort. And if everything was done correctly, you will receive the visa after the interview. Finally, after all the hard work is done and is behind you and you were issued your visa, it's really important to stay informed of any updates. Make sure you know what are the conditions for renewing the visa, because most visas do expire and will require renewal. And if you want to be in a certain specific country for the long term, you will need to know those conditions as well to make sure that while you're living under the visa in the country of your choice, you're doing certain things that will ensure your eligibility for a visa renewal. For example, some conditions can be finding a job and working, being employed throughout the duration of the visa. For business visas, for example, you need to make sure that your business is sustainable and that you hire employees of that country in which you open the business. And this will be one of the criteria, one of the requirements for the visa renewal. I know this is general information, but it gives you the instructions on the first steps you have to follow in order to even start on the visa. Everything is doable on your own. Immigration lawyers are a really good source and tool to use, but they do cost a lot of money. And I understand that because I was in the same position when I first applied for my first visa. It took me about 6 months for the whole process, and I did not use a lawyer. I've taken a consultation from a lawyer. The lawyer told me that I either work with them full-time or I do it on my own. I said I'll do it on my own. I still would have to do most of the work on my own. Although there were some steps of the way where I wish I had a lawyer just to answer some questions. But as long as you do everything to the best of your knowledge and ability and make sure that your application is as complete as possible, you should have no problem getting a visa. And of course, if you're eligible, make sure you're eligible before you even get into it. Thank you for watching. I hope this was helpful. Give me a like and subscribe for more videos. I will see you soon.